The first thing that we're trying to do when a customer calls us is make a determination of whether or not the EQC got the assessment right. Okay, because that's the most important thing, is did they assess the property correctly? Because they're basing their payment to the client on that assessment. So what we want to try and do in the most expedient way possible is get the right people to look at what the EQC has done, whether it be on paper or on site, to get experts involved to go back to the EQC to say, this is what we've found and we need you to modify what you've done here. The other thing that we offer to the client is to be able to help them look at their potential liability for their specific site. In the example I gave previously, where you're on a very steep hillside and you've got retaining walls that are in really bad shape, if you don't do those repairs, even if it's going to cost you out of pocket, you possibly have some very, very large liabilities if those retaining walls give way and you do some damage, either physical or physical harm to a person or property in that future event. Once a client calls us because they're wanting us to come and have a look at the information they have, we'll come out for our first visit at no cost to the client to hear what's happening and to try and see if we can understand their situation. This is a pretty good example of one of the things that we've been talking about with the EQC's land settlement claims process. This is a retaining wall that's been severely damaged in the earthquake and has broken loose from another retaining wall and is leaning away. It's a good example of, in this case, the EQC calculating a significant value for the complete replacement of this retaining wall and the fill and compacted gravels behind it. But the actual payout to the homeowner being significantly, tens of thousands of dollars less than what it's going to take to actually replace this retaining wall. The real question that a homeowner's got to ask, and which the EQC isn't really making clear, is who's liable? This retaining wall has the potential to fall. In another earthquake, if we get another flood event, this retaining wall could come down. The property on this side of the fence and on this side of the retaining wall doesn't belong to this property owner. So if there were children playing here or there was other property on this side, this homeowner is potentially liable to this homeowner if that retaining wall falls. And it is one of the things that we believe in this process isn't really being spelled out very clearly for homeowners when they receive the money. If you're well short of the thousands of dollars that it's going to take to do the actual replacement of this, it's easier just to say, well, it'll never happen. It's not going to fall down onto the next person's property. So we think there's 4 ways that we at Fix-It can help you in your situation with your land settlement claim with EQC. First of all, we can come out, look at their assessment and see if that assessment's been done properly. If not, we can help you get it assessed properly and get what you're entitled to through EQC. Secondly, we can also help you look at your risks, whether or not you actually need to go ahead with these repairs or whether you're better off to put the money in the bank and deal with it at a later time. Thirdly, if you're in the situation where EQC has paid you less than the amount it's going to take to actually do the repairs, we can help you look at ways to bridge that gap in terms of the cost. And then finally, and most importantly, we're there to help you get the repairs done. So we can work through the paperwork, the consents, and actually get the repairs underway and done on your behalf. So if you'd like our help, give us a call at 0800-CAN-FIX.